Hi, I'm Petra Glenn. I'm from Wood River High School, and I'm really looking forward to this round, so let's begin. In order to preserve extraterrestrial life, to further research, I affirm the resolution resolved. This House believes that an overriding ethical obligation to protect and preserve extraterrestrial and microbial life in ecosystems should be incorporated into international law. I will define the following. Overriding ethical obligation, the most important moral action a person could take. Preserve. Maintain something in its original or existing state. Extraterrestrial microbial life in ecosystems. Extremely small living things that can only be seen with a microscope found outside the Earth's atmosphere. International law, a body of rules established by custom or treaty and recognized by nations as binding in their relations with one another. Framework. As a prop, I have the sole ability to find how we will preserve microbial life. 2. Since the term overriding ethical obligation is used, the only way that we can assure the House comes to a reasonable conclusion is to make sure that morality is upheld throughout the round. Therefore, the morality becomes the most important aspect of this round. Overall, the best way to uphold morality and protect those lives from microbial life and also human interest is to make sure that the greatest amount of good is upheld for the greatest amount of people. In other words, utilitarianism. Convention 1. Protecting microbial life leads to a net benefit. So point A. Helps human interests. According to Michael Mottner, research professor at chemistry at Virginia Commonwealth University, seeding the universe with life is not just an option, it's our moral obligation. As members of this planet's ecosystem and a consequence of nearly 4 billion years of evolution, humans have a purpose to procreate life. After all, whatever life is, it necessarily possesses an incident drive for self-perpetuation. And the idea isn't just fantasy. Mottner says that directed Panspermia missions can be accomplished with present technology. We have a moral obligation to plan for the propaganda of life, and either the transfer of human life to other solar systems, which can be transferred via microbial activity, thereby preparing these worlds to develop and sustain complex life. Mottner explained to SciSor.com. Securing that future for life can give our human existence a cosmic purpose. By benefiting human interest, it will be the greatest good for the greatest amount of people, making it the moral obligation. So point B. It's such an example of peaceful collaboration. Many positive collaborations between nations emerge from space exploration. From the subdivision of costs to the sharing of technological resources that guarantee the safety of astronauts. Think of the Russian shuttles that have taken every American into space. According to UN.org, international and political events can impact on long-term plans of various space agencies, but so far they haven't managed to undermine a friendship and group spirit on board the ISS. For instance, the legacy of Apollo, we came in peace and for all mankind, is very different than the typical or characterization of its superpower confrontation of the Cold War. It was that, to be sure, but what is remarkable is that Apollo was a peaceful confrontation. It was an alternate to the old-fashioned kinds of confrontation, like building defense lines, moving troops to borders, or sending navy around the world. Another legacy of Apollo is that it is considered a global achievement, not just of a national one. Much as Columbus' voyage became an achievement of Europe, not just of Italy or Spain. The International Space Station stands also as a positive human space program initiative. Its program, 2, transcends the political decision to build it. Engaging the post-Soviet military-industrial complex was the reason for its political support, with a fantastic international corporation and participation because it's singular achievement. So we can see that by adding a law that everyone must follow will only even out the playing field and build a more united force to protect and preserve the extraterrestrial life in order to further our understanding of this planet we all share. We cannot protect extraterrestrial life unless everyone does. This law will benefit our society as a whole, making it the moral obligation to be the greatest good for the greatest amount of people. So point C. Research of original extraterrestrial life increases the validity of data. If we found microbes, it would have an effect on science, especially biology, by Universally Biology. Dick, a former astronomer and historian at the United States Naval Observation and a past chief historian for the NASA, said, "We can only have one case of biology on Earth. It's all related. It's all DNA based. If we found an independent example on Mars or Europia, we have a chance of forming a universal biology. But in order to get valid information for extraterrestrial life, we must study the form they are originally in. And the best way to do that is to protect and preserve the extraterrestrial life, whether or not it's microbial. So morally, we must protect and preserve extraterrestrial life in order to further our net benefits and play the greatest good for the greatest amount of people. So I strongly urge you to vote prop. Thank you."